Hey Vinyl community, it's Barry Winslow signing on again. This is gonna be my second video. I actually just posted my first video. It's just like an introduction to the vinyl community, and I was kind of talking about my favorite music and stuff. But I wanted to start right up with basically the album of the week, inspired by Mrhoffame and Crayone Autographs and Punk Texas. It's kind of cool. We're kind of starting off and doing this album of the week, and I'm getting to the point now where I'm getting enough music I could almost do a vinyl of the day. But actually, I was lucky enough to inherit a lot of the music from one of my uncles. I have a huge family, and I guess it was passed down in blood. One of my uncles is a huge vinyl collector and music fan and stuff like that. And he's got an instrument called DAC, where I don't know if you've heard of it, but you can spin an album on this machine and it turns it into a file like that you can put on your MP3 players and stuff. And he's got all these albums that now he's got on his computer in a, different files and stuff that he can work through on Windows Media Player and stuff. And I saw him and I was like, "What are you gonna do with all your albums?" Because I'm really getting into albums. And he's like, "Man, if you just keep the collection together, you can hang on to them." So I inherited a lot of his albums. I mean, probably 2 or 3 thousand albums from him. So I was pretty stoked about that. But I just wanted to start off with my getting back to the album of the week. I know I'm a little late since it's the end of January, but I just caught on and saw the videos of this whole thing going on, and I figured, what the hell, why not? So just want to start off with my first pick, album of the week. I'm going to get right into it here. Wishbone Ash, There's the Rub, 1974. A lot of it, like I said on my first video, this was inspired by Thin Lizzy. And I was always listening to Lizzy, huge Lizzy fan. They're one of my favorites of all time. Um, and I'm really drawn to their dual guitar sound, and I actually found out through some research on the computer that they weren't the ones that really invented it or came up with the idea. They just kind of perfected it and did it a different way. But Wishbone Ash was the band that, an English band, who kind of started the whole thing. And so I've got a whole bunch of their albums now. I've gone out and found quite a few of them. But this is the one that I've really drawn to recently. I'll pull it out of the sleeve once again. It's kind of shiny. I'll see if I can't get a better view of this for you. But oh, there it is. There's the Rub, 1974. Here's the back. Great album though, good tunes. But yeah, I just really got into them. And I know a lot of their stuff. This is actually the first band with the guitarist Laurie Weisfield. And I know it was originally Steve Upton, Martin Turner, Andy Powell, and Ted Turner. And then Ted left. I believe it was Wishbone 4, the album that came out before this. And this is the first one featuring Laurie Weisfield on one of the electric guitars. Phenomenal album. Probably one of my favorite in their catalog. You don't hear a ton about Wishbone Ash. They're kind of underappreciated. They're great. Just awesome melodies, guitar voicings and stuff that intermix with each other. They kind of invented, or kind of, made popular the dual guitar sound. You got first side one. You got Silver Shoes, Don't Come Back, Persephone. That actually wanted to be one of their bigger hits, Persephone. Then on the back side, side two, you've got Hometown, Lady J, and Fub. Fantastic album. Wishbone Ash, they don't get enough love. This here is on MCA. I'm not sure if this is an original or not. I believe at this time MCA was the original pressing. But here it is. Better look at it. There's the Rub. So great album. And like I said, I kind of got into them through Lizzy, and now I really starting to pay more attention to Wishbone Ash. Really interesting. They got a little bit different sound. They're not quite as hard hitting, but if you're really influenced by folk mixed with some at times pretty heavy guitar riffs. Really explorative. They're kind of hard to define, but if you're into rock, not necessarily hard rock like metal rock, but just solid early to mid 70s rock and roll with some folk influence in there, maybe a little jazz blues influence. Wishbone Ash, good route to go. phenomenal album, and so I just kind of wanted to start this out as my first pick. I'm in an apartment right now. I'm in a two-bedroom with my roommate, and so I don't really have a music room. But in the living room, I've got my all my stuff set up. I've got my receiver, my woofer and my speakers, and obviously my record player and my collection is kind of stuffed in a closet, just because I don't have a ton of space, and I'm a college student, so I don't have a ton of money either. But yeah, I mean, one of these videos I want to go out and I want to show you guys my setup and how I'm listening, and I'm always kind of digging around and looking for better ways to get the warm sound that we all talk about. Yeah, Wishbone Ash, my first pick. If you haven't listened to much Wishbone Ash, if you don't know who they are, check them out. There's the Rub, 1974, Wishbone Ash. That's my pick for the first one. Album of the week, #1. So next week I'm going to be posting another one and staying in touch with you guys. So much love. Barry Winslow signing out. Take care. Peace.